Have you ever heard a story about one small thing that changed, well, everything? That's exactly what happened to Mahatma Gandhi. It all started way back in 1917. And this isn't a story about a big battle or a famous speech. It's about a brave farmer and a little plant called indigo. And believe it or not, this one story changed the future of India forever. So come on, let's find out how.
So how do we know this one story was so super important? Well, Gandhi told us himself. Years and years later, a writer asked him, "When did you first decide that the British should leave India?" He didn't talk about a big law or a huge protest. Nope, he told them this one story.
That's what he said. I will tell you how it happened. It was in 1917. Wow. That one sentence tells us that this story is the key. It's the beginning of everything. It's where the whole adventure for a free India really began.
All right, so let's jump in. Our story starts with a very special person. But guess what? It's not Gandhi. It's a humble farmer who just would not give up. This is where the first domino started to fall.
Okay, picture this. There's this huge meeting with thousands of important people in a city called Lucknow. And making his way through this giant crowd is a poor farmer named Rajkumar Shukla. He had one mission, one simple goal, to find Gandhi and ask him for help. All he wanted to say was, "Please come to my district."
So what was the big problem in his district? Well, the farmers were called sharecroppers, and they were stuck in a really unfair system. The rich British landlords forced them to grow a plant called indigo, which was used to make blue dye. And the worst part, the farmers had to give away all the indigo they grew as rent. It was a system that was totally designed to keep them poor.
Now, here's the amazing part. Gandhi was a very busy man, with places to go all over India. But did Shukla give up? No way! He followed Gandhi everywhere. I mean everywhere. Across the country, even all the way to his home, his ashram. For weeks, he just waited patiently begging, "Please, fix a date." Gandhi was so impressed by how determined this farmer was, he knew he had to help.
After many months, Gandhi finally made it to Champaran. But as he started to look around and talk to people, he realized the problem wasn't just about unfair rules or money. The real enemy was something much, much deeper. And this is the most important part. Gandhi said, the real relief for them is to be free from fear. You see, the farmers were absolutely terrified of the powerful British landlords. They were so scared that going to court was useless. Gandhi knew that before they could win any fight, they first had to learn to be brave.
Of course, as soon as Gandhi started asking questions, the British officials got nervous. They tried to bully him. They told him he should leave the area right away. But, you know Gandhi, he didn't leave.
So things got more serious. A policeman stopped Gandhi and handed him an official paper. A notice that said, "You have to leave Champaran, now." It was a direct order from the government.
So what did Gandhi do? He took the notice, signed it to show he got it, and then he wrote right on it that he would disobey the order. And with just those few words, he started the very first big act of peaceful protest of civil disobedience in modern India. The game was on.
Because he disobeyed the order, Gandhi was told he had to go to court. The officials thought this would finally scare him away. Oh, they were so wrong. What happened next changed everything.
The next morning, the town was filled with people. Thousands of farmers came from all over. They had heard that a great man, a Mahatma, was in trouble for trying to help them. They just stood there, all around the courthouse. Their quiet presence was the protest. And that was the moment they started to let go of their fear.
Inside the court, Gandhi said something really smart. He told the judge that he was stuck between two duties. One duty was to obey the law, but the other, higher duty, was to listen to his heart, his conscience, and help people who were suffering. And he chose to follow the higher law.
The government officials were totally baffled. They didn't know what to do. There was a huge, peaceful crowd outside and a calm, brave man inside. They were completely stumped. A few days later, the judge told Gandhi the case was dropped. Just like that, peaceful protest had won its first big victory. With the court case won, the government agreed to officially investigate the landlords. Gandhi gathered tons of proof, and the landlords finally agreed they should pay some money back. But the really clever part was how Gandhi handled the negotiation. So the landlords had definitely taken money from the farmers unfairly. Gandhi said they should give back 50% of it. The landlords thought for a bit and then came back with a much smaller offer. They said, "Nope, we'll only give back 25%.
And to everybody's surprise, Gandhi immediately said, "Okay, 25% is fine." What?
Why would he do that? Why would he accept so much less?
It's because, you see, it was never really about the money. It was about the principle. The most important thing was making the landlords give back any money at all. It was the first time they ever had to admit they were wrong. It showed the farmers that these powerful men weren't above the law. It proved that the farmers had rights and they had defenders.
And that one agreement had a huge effect, way bigger than just a 25% refund. What happened in Champaran left a mark on the farmers and on India's future forever.
So what happened in the end? Well, within a few years, the British planters just left. The whole unfair system of indigo farming just disappeared. But the biggest change of all happened inside the hearts of the farmers. They learned they had rights, and most importantly, they learned how to be brave.
And that was Gandhi's real goal all along. He wasn't just trying to solve a problem with farming, he was trying to help build a new kind of Indian, one who was free from fear, who could stand on their own 2 feet. Because he knew that was the only way to make all of India free. And that amazing transformation all started with one determined farmer's simple plea in 1917.